Imagine a vibrant, golden age of Hollywood, shimmering with ambition and glamour, yet teetering on the brink of an unsettling change. Beneath the dazzling facade, the lives of a fading TV star, his loyal stunt double, and an effervescent starlet are about to intertwine with a darkness that will forever scar the industry. Welcome back, cinematic explorers, to a deep dive into Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, a masterful blend of historical reimagining and heartfelt homage. Today, we're unraveling every crucial detail, every subtle nod, and the explosive climax of this unforgettable film. Our story begins in 1969, introducing us to Rick Dalton, a veteran actor whose career, once soaring, is now relegated to guest spots playing villains on episodic TV. Beside him is his closest companion, Cliff Booth, his stunt double, driver, and all-around handyman. Rick meets with Marvin Schwartz, a talent agent who suggests Rick's career is on a downward trajectory because he's become known as the heavy who always loses. Marvin proposes a radical solution: move to Italy and star in spaghetti westerns, a genre Rick despises but might revitalize his image. Overwhelmed by this stark reality check, Rick breaks down, lamenting his perceived failure, while Cliff offers quiet, steadfast support. Meanwhile, we get glimpses of Rick's new neighbors, the radiant Sharon Tate and her acclaimed director-husband, Roman Polanski. Their presence highlights Rick's proximity to Hollywood's hottest talent, fueling both his envy and a sliver of hope. Later, on the set of Lancer, a TV pilot, Rick asks Cliff to check with the stunt gaffer about work, only to be dismissed by Cliff. Cliff later confronts Randy, the stunt coordinator, who refuses to hire him, citing an old rumor that Cliff killed his wife. Despite Cliff's quiet denial, the lingering suspicion follows him, severely limiting his career prospects as a full-time stuntman. Cliff then has an unexpected encounter with Bruce Lee on set, leading to a friendly but competitive sparring match. Their contest ends abruptly when Cliff throws Bruce into a car, damaging it, much to the anger of Randy and his wife, Janet. This incident solidifies Cliff's blacklisting, leaving him solely reliant on Rick for employment and friendship. Driving home, Cliff picks up a young female hitchhiker named Pussycat, who guides him to the infamous Spawn movie ranch, a dilapidated set now occupied by Charles Manson's cult. Cliff, recalling his past work at the ranch with Rick, decides to pay a visit to George Spawn, the blind owner. He's met with resistance from the family members, particularly Squeaky, who claims George is asleep. Sensing something is amiss, Cliff asserts his right to see his old friend, pushing past the cult members. Inside, he finds a disoriented George, who confirms his blindness and seems under the sway of the hippies. Cliff checks for any signs of abuse but finds none, leaving with a deep unease about the situation at the ranch. Meanwhile, Rick's performance on Lancer is a revelation. After struggling with his lines, he delivers an intense, emotionally charged scene that impresses everyone, especially his young co-star Trudy Fraser. His powerful acting earns him genuine praise, rekindling his confidence and validating his talent. The movie fast-forwards to Rick's return from a successful 6-month stint in Italy, where he starred in 4 spaghetti westerns and met his new wife, Francesca Capucci. He informs Cliff that he can no longer afford his services, marking the end of their professional partnership, though their friendship remains strong. That fateful night, Rick and Cliff embark on a celebratory, yet melancholic, drunken spree. At the same time, Sharon Tate, pregnant and radiant, enjoys a casual dinner at El Coyote with her friends Jay Sebring, Wojtek Frykowski, and Abigail Folger. This parallel narrative builds a quiet tension, as the audience knows the historical tragedy that is looming. As Rick and Cliff return home, a car full of Manson family members, sent by Charles to kill everyone at the Tate residence, drives down Rick's private road. A drunk and irritated Rick confronts them, angrily ordering them to leave, which they do, though not without recognizing him as Jake Cahill. Angered by Rick's outburst, Sadie, one of the cult members, redirects the group to Rick's house instead of Tate's, fueled by a twisted ideology of killing those who taught them to kill, through television. The cult members, Tex, Sadie, and Katie, prepare for their horrific deed. A fourth member, Patricia, returns to the car for her knife, inadvertently locking herself out and delaying her entry. Cliff, taking Brandy for a late-night walk, hears a commotion from Rick's house and investigates. He finds the cult members inside, confronting Francesca, and immediately recognizes Tex from Spawn Ranch. A brutal fight ensues between Cliff and the intruders. Brandy, Rick's pit bull, fiercely attacks the cultists, saving Francesca and Cliff from fatal blows. Rick, hearing the chaos, grabs a flamethrower he used in a past movie and unleashes it on the remaining cult member, Sadie, effectively neutralizing the threat. The police and ambulances arrive, taking Cliff, who is severely injured, to the hospital. In the aftermath, a relieved and grateful Jay Sebring invites Rick into Sharon Tate's house for a drink, introducing him to Sharon. Rick, finally meeting his famous neighbor, accepts the invitation, stepping through the gate to join them. This climactic moment offers a poignant, alternate ending to the tragic events of that historical night. It's a story about friendship, redemption, and a revisionist history that shines a light on Hollywood's complex soul. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. If you enjoyed this recap, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite films. What did you think of the movie? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep exploring the magic of cinema.